The Dominion had never been refused before. High Chancellor Vrax watched the human ambassador with mild curiosity as the ultimatum was delivered. Surrender. Submit to Dominion rule. Become a client species. The alternative was annihilation, a fate suffered by 47 civilizations before them. Ambassador Sarah Reeve stood in the Grand Hall of the Dominion throne world, surrounded by the representatives of 100 conquered species. Each wore the silver collar of submission. Each had chosen survival over resistance. "You have 72 hours, Vrax announced, his voice echoing through the crystalline chamber. "Kneel, or be erased." Reeves smiled, a cold, unsettling expression that made Vrax's primary heart skip a beat. "We'll give you our answer in 72 hours, Chancellor." When she left, the conquered species whispered among themselves. The humans would kneel. Everyone did. The Dominion's Armada was unstoppable, 15,000 warships, each capable of glassing a planet. Resistance was mythology. 72 hours later, the Dominion fleet gathered at Earth's solar system, expecting surrender beacons. Instead, their sensors detected something emerging from the darkness beyond Neptune's orbit. Ships. Thousands of them. But these weren't the bright, proud vessels of defiant civilizations making their last stand. These ships were black, matte black, absorbing light, nearly invisible against the void. No identification transponders. No communication attempts. Just silent, inexorable approach. The Black Armada, Reeves' voice crackled across all Dominion channels. "You wanted our answer, Chancellor? Here it is." Vrax laughed. Numbers meant nothing. His fleet had crushed larger forces. "Fire at will," he commanded. The Dominion fleet opened fire, and that's when they understood their mistake. The black ships didn't have shields. They didn't need them. Every vessel was armored with compressed neutronium plating, matter so dense that Dominion weapons simply vaporized on impact without penetrating. These weren't exploration vessels retrofitted for war. These were purpose-built instruments of annihilation, designed in secret over 2 centuries of human paranoia. Humanity had always feared first contact. So they'd prepared. The Black Armada didn't return fire immediately. They simply advanced, tanking every weapon the Dominion possessed. Vrax watched in growing horror as his flagship's main cannon, capable of cracking continental plates, left barely a scorch mark on the nearest human dreadnought. Then the humans fired back. Rails guns accelerating slugs to relativistic speeds. Focused gamma-ray bursters. Kinetic missiles that bypassed shields entirely. Weapons designed not for elegance, but for absolute devastation. The Dominion had built their fleet for conquest and intimidation. Humans had built theirs for extinction. 300 Dominion ships evaporated in the first salvo. "You've conquered species that wanted to survive," Reeves said, her voice steady as the massacre continued. "We're the species that learned warfare by almost destroying ourselves, repeatedly. We've fought wars where millions died for meters of land. We've built weapons capable of sterilizing our own planet and almost used them. You threaten to erase us?" The Black Armada pushed through the Dominion formation like an avalanche through a village. "We'll erase you," Reeves finished. "And we'll make sure the galaxy remembers what happens to those who demand humanity kneel." Vrax's last transmission was a desperate plea for mercy as 3 human dreadnoughts bracketed his flagship. The response was silence, and fire. When the smoke cleared, the Dominion fleet was debris. The Black Armada remained, hovering at the edge of Earth's system like patient sentinels. Humanity didn't kneel. They never would. And now, the galaxy knew it.